some noise as we welcome the next Prime Minister of the Republic of Guyana, Juretha, Fernandes.
Just in case I have to run. I do what I can when I can while I can.
Good night, Melanie. Tonight, I am happy to see so many of you out here. And I want to speak to the people from the back right through to the front. Let me tell you, you have showed up because you care. You are here because you want a better life for yourselves, for your family. The PP administration right now, they have done some injustices to us, and I want to be very frank. I want to break it down to you. And I want to say to you that the injustices that the PPP has done, it has been done throughout the length and breadth of this country. I want to address some things I've been seeing coming out from the PPP press. And I'm going to start by what I saw being reported about Linden. I know there's a lot of Lindeners here because earlier I heard persons saying they're from Linden. And I want to talk to you tonight. We have got to understand what we're up against if we want to fight it, if we are to succeed at fighting and defeating this enemy. We are fighting against a system that has been structured to keep you down, and I want you to understand that. We have been fighting a machinery that was built to make sure that you remain at a certain level. We have been fighting a propaganda press that was built to feed you disinformation so that you would believe that what they're saying is going to benefit you. You have been lied to. We have been seeing persons out there repeating things over and over and over to you because they believe if they say it enough, then you will believe that it is true. We have got to fight these things because we are a strong people that have been suppressed, and this is our time to rise up because this life is yours to succeed in. You are not here to be anyone's servant. I saw a headline saying that Linden is moving in another direction. And they were insinuating that Lindeners are considering the PPP as an option. I want to talk to the Lindeners tonight. Under the coalition from 2015 to 2020, there was a body that was in place. It was called the Linden Enterprise Network. The Linden Enterprise Network was there to provide loans and grants to small business owners for you to be able to build in capacity to raise your standard of living so that you don't have to line up for any handout from anyone. The PPP took office in 2020, and under the stewardship of our Air Fernandes and under the stewardship of Ashley Singh, they refused to put a board in place. Hundreds of millions of dollars left there, not being used from 2020 to 2025. Not 1 cent was used in Linden because they want to keep you begging. They want to make sure that when they come to you, you are so much in need of support that you line up for it. They made sure, and I can tell you, I question Ashley Singh in the National Assembly every single year. And I said, when are you putting the board in place so that the people of Linden can benefit from the hundreds of millions of dollars that was there for them? A system that was structured under us during 2015 to 2020 because we wanted to build you in capacity. We wanted to make sure that you had the resources, but they never intended for that to happen. So the people of Linden, when you hear them come to you and when you read those headlines and they say, oh, Lindeners considering the PPP, Lindeners, you have got to don't like yourself to be considering anything related to the PPP. We have got to be smart people. Young people, I'm talking to you especially. Young people in Linden, the PPP have no consideration when it comes to building you in capacity. You know what they would do? They would walk around and they would identify a few persons and they would give them a little bit of benefit. And they will make them believe that they should go out and convince people that, you know, if you just stand in line, if you just do as they say, that maybe, just maybe, you will be able to benefit in time. I am saying to you that no one should have you lining up for benefits. No one should have you begging your bread. This is Guyana in 2025. We have a budget of $1.382 trillion, and Linden must benefit, and the young people in Linden must see progress also. But this is not just for Linden. I started with Linden. I heard of persons in potential. And I am not afraid to speak about the PPP strongholds, people that go out and vote for them. I had the opportunity to work with young people from that community. I myself, there was a little girl, 9 years old. I had to go and take her to welfare. I had to visit the schools. A community that go out and give their support for them. A community that they boast that they have control of. They make sure that they put no resources into those communities because they want to keep people poor and begging them. We have got to wake up as a country. That young woman was abused. And when you listen to the length of the persons that Ganesh was referring to, the length of the list that he called out, you understand why they do not put things in place to deal with these situations. So the people in potential, when you wake up and you look around your community and you see and you know that you've been voting for these people for so many years, you should understand, and I want you to value yourselves a little more. And you must vote them out, because if you've been voting for them for all those years and you're still poor, you're still punishing, your children still being abused, you have got to change what you're doing if you want to change what you've been getting. I saw them now. I can go to the indigenous communities. I saw them in Morocco, and they have the audacity to go and give speeches and say that indigenous men and women, you must not listen to people that is coming to make promises for you. Well, I have a message for them. It has been too long that indigenous people in Guyana have fallen prey to the tricks of the People's Progressive Party. And 2025, we all have to stand up and say enough is enough. Linden left behind, potential left behind, Morocco left behind. This is a collective fight that we need to fight. We need to fight the injustices that have been given and the ill treatment to poor people and poor communities. When you hear the persons come up here and they stage tonight and speak, they spoke to you and they said, oh, I was raised in it. I went through it. I understand it. And I have made a decision to stand up and fight for you. We have persons from every community. We know the struggles in every community. And we are going to put our voices together. We are going to put our forces together and under the leadership and stewardship of the man that has walked this way with us, the man who has walked this way with all of you, someone that will put measures in place for Linden, for Potential, for Maruka. This is the type of leadership that we are seeing in Aubrey, Compton, Norton. And tonight we have to send a clear message that we are in unification with our support for this man. We cannot continue to support people and to support a system that has been bringing us down. We cannot continue to allow people that capitalize off of our struggles to continue to come and flash their fancy lifestyles in front of us. This is your time to own things for yourselves. This is your time to make enough money to sustain your family. This is your to be supported in businesses, your time to have decent jobs. This is your time to benefit from the resources of this country. And we are going to make sure that it is delivered to you. And the only thing stopping in your way, the only thing stopping you from benefiting from all of these resources is yourself. We have got to come out and we have got to vote for change. Vote for the people who has these things. And I want to touch on something very important, very dear to me. When we talk about poverty, I want to tell you it's different when it comes to hinterland communities. Poverty in hinterland communities is at a different level. When you think things hard here, when you go there, it's at the next level. They are years behind in development. And we have a policy paper that is dedicated to changing that. We are going to make sure that when you go to Linden and when you go to Potential and when you go to Maruka, all of these communities will be reflecting the same level of development, because that is what oneness should look like. For too long, and I'm going to speak directly to my indigenous brothers and sisters now. For too long, you have allowed the People's Progressive Party to paint an image that we as indigenous people are satisfied to live in shacks, are satisfied to walk in the mud. For too long, we have painted and accepted an image that was painted for us by these people. It is time for us to stand up and say, we want to be a part of a Guyana that is for all. We want to see our children and their children benefit. We want to build a business class of indigenous peoples. We want to make sure that the benefits that we are laying out reaches every section of this society. When we talk about the housing program, we want to make sure that that housing program is not just on the coastline. It is not only in Georgetown. It is not only in Linden. It is in Potential. It is in Maruka. It is in Bartica. We want to make sure that all of Guyana benefit from the resources, and we are going to put Guyana to work because we have the capacity, we have the people, we have people with the will, with the resilience, and we are going to make sure we empower you so that you will be able to determine your own future. I want to tell you, there is something called carbon credits, and I'm going to go a little fast with this. The carbon credits is being collected by this country, and the PPP administration is paying 15% of that money to the indigenous communities. But guess what? under the stewardship of Aubrey Compton Norton, a policy was developed, and now those carbon credits will be increased to 50%, and it will not only be going to the communities and the heads of those communities, but now I am proud to say that every indigenous family will be receiving those monies directly, because this is your time for self-determination. We believe that it is your right to determine how you want to craft your future, and we will empower you to do so, because this is your time. We will increase when it comes to health care. The indigenous communities are the poorest when it comes to health care. No medication, poor staffing. Sometimes there's one medic if we're lucky. When it comes to the school system, it is in shambles. We cannot accept that. And I want to touch on something as I wrap up here tonight. We had a situation over the last couple of days, several situations, but the two most recent. We had a situation in which a young woman was sexually assaulted. And we had persons videoing that. A young woman was raped, and we had persons videoing that. I want to tell you this tonight. As a people, we have got to wake up. You have got to wake up. Fathers, wake up. Mothers, wake up. At the level of parliament, we had a breakdown in the moral fabric of our society. We have seen and heard the most violent, atrocious, and derogatory things being done when it comes to how women is treated in parliament. And today, we see that being translated into the society. We have got a team of people that does not stand for that. You have got to value yourselves, value your children. This is an important message. While we give condolence also to the family of the young woman that was murdered, I call out the PP administration that has done absolutely nothing to remedy the situation of domestic violence in Guyana. And I'm ending on this note, and I want persons to listen very carefully to this. I am in receipt of information right now that there is a young woman, a young lady, a child that is in the Pomeroon River that has been missing from her family. They say over 2 months. They are saying that they made a report to the Charity police station and no one has done anything. And I am putting them on notice tonight because we are going to be dealing with that, and they better get boots on the ground and return those people's child to their homes, because indigenous children's lives matter just like every other child. Enough is enough. Let us not continue to have them break down the moral fabric of this society. Let us go out and do what we have to do. And I tell you, when I trust somebody, I have vetted that person. I have vetted Aubrey Norton. And he has withstand every test. He has stand the trials of like every one of you. You know, I'm watching right now and I'm seeing one of my colleagues in the crowd. Someone that actually went through it just like I did. And I'm going to tell you that Aubrey Norton is the man to lead this country out of the mess that the PPP has put it in right now. So I call on you, every last one of you here, the persons listening to us online tonight, the persons way to the back. We have got to unify our voices so that every region is mobilized, because come September the 4th, we're taking our country back. We are voting APNU. I thank you tonight.